we've won K-Life Chapter of the Year for 2 years now. This has really propelled us to new heights in the K-Life world. I don't really want to brag, but this has made us a standout branch, and others are kind of looking at us to see what we do next. I think the best thing to do, really, is to keep this level of excellence up. Winning and being the best is really important to me.
I think he's just a little over the top. I mean, he's a good leader, but he really focuses on recognition and all he wants to do is win. And that's good for some people, but I think that the focus should be on the kids. And I just want to know that I'm making a difference in the kids' lives and that my work matters.
Honestly, I'm just here for the volunteer hours. I just want the recognition for myself. I'm all about minimal work, minimal accountability, and getting the same award. I really hope they don't ask me to do anything today.
So we've been implementing this new training module in the K-Life branch. We got all the leaders and all the staff this book called Motivating the Middle by TJ Sullivan. And we had them all read it, and we're really hoping that this is just going to kind of help each one of them, help me as a manager to see how the middle third, top third, bottom third are all motivated by different things, how each of them work, that all of them have different goals in the program, and we're really hoping that each member, each staff takes something away from this to benefit them in the long run.
So, what do you think about this new book that we're reading?
I didn't read it, so...
Oh, well, you should, because it's really interesting. Yeah, we've been reading this new book called Motivating the Middle, and I think everybody's going to really benefit from it. And I think that some of the main takeaways from the book are like the ideas that the biggest mistake in many organizations is that the leaders think that everybody is encouraged by the same thing and motivated by the same thing. But according to the book, there are 3 different levels, and the top third are the people who are like motivated by the recognition that they're involved in, like awards and stuff. And then the middle third are the members who are in the organization for like a purpose, and they really enjoy participating and engaging more than the bottom third, but they still don't do as much as the top third. They might be just in the organization to do activities, and they probably have more responsibilities than the bottom third, and they want to be like involved under their own terms. And then the third level is the bottom third, and they're the individuals who are just doing like the bare minimum, and they're only in the organization so that they can be recognized. Oh, and also, I think one of the most important takeaways from this is that each level of members needs a different thing to motivate them and encourage them to work harder, and I think this is important for all managers to understand and to implement within each organization.
You know, most of the ideas in TJ Sullivan's book I really agree with, but there's one that kind of just didn't really sit well with me. Most of them, talking about top third, middle third, I agreed with what they were saying, but when I got to the bottom third employees, he kept saying that they're really there just, for their own benefit. They don't really want to do anything. We should give them less responsibility, and that's going to make them happy. And I think that's actually the complete opposite. Here in K-Life, we try and do pretty much the opposite of that. I think I actually have an article right here that talks about it. Yeah, it's titled Motivating the Minimal Performer, and it's written by Anna Vance. And really, she just talks about how giving the minimal performer, or the bottom third in this case, just a small amount of work, something that they can accomplish, and then rewarding them with recognition and reassurance that's actually going to motivate them more than giving them nothing to do, which is what TJ Sullivan is telling us to do. And I think here at K-Life, we're really going to try and go with what Vance is saying, and go with giving them a little bit of work and then just reassuring them. Hey, what's going on here? You working hard? Doing your work? We got a chapter of the year again.
I think this is personally interesting because as members of K-Life, we've been able to look at all of our leaders and staff and place them in the different categories that they would be. And it was fun to do that and recognize who would be the top third and who would be the middle third and who would be the bottom third.
I think as a whole, we would recommend this book to other managers. I would personally recommend this book to other managers and other organizations, we definitely recognize most of our volunteer leaders as the middle third group. And as a top third or manager, we really do try and cater to what they need and what they want more than we would other volunteer leaders who don't do as much, just because we know we want to keep our hardworking middle third volunteers on our good side and doing the best they can in the organization. If we were to focus too much on the bottom third, that might really hinder the production of our organization.
I wasn't ready. As a result of reading this book, Motivating the Middle, managers might think and act differently in their organizations. They might focus less of their thoughts on the bottom and top third and start worrying about trying to cater to and help the middle third.
So the 80-20 rule, or the Pareto principle, says that 20% of the people do 80% of the work for the organization. We would agree with that, saying that the middle third is really the 20%, and they're doing 80% of the work for K-Life. They do a lot of work with the kids, with the community, doing just events for everything. They really do a majority of the work along with the top third to make the program look good and keep it working.
After reading and studying this book, managers may begin to view each of their members differently and be encouraged to place them in either the top third, the middle third, or the bottom third. And in turn, this could change the organization and help it to be viewed by the public in a better light.
Some of the short-term results from motivating the middle, reading the book, having the members read it, is changing the way all the top members and all the bottom members are treated and catered to. It's going to be kind of shocking at first for the top and the bottom to receive less of the attention, while the middle may be shocked to receive more attention and more responsibility. We're predicting that some of the long-term results will include recognition from the top and the bottom that the middle really carries the organization. They're going to realize that it's the middle that's doing a lot of the work. The organization may begin to be more successful and more cohesive as the top and bottom won't be neglected. But they're probably not going to get as much attention as the middle will.
One of the most widely used practices today, called scientific management, states that you should delegate the tasks of an organization to the people who would best be able to complete those tasks. And we believe that this principle from scientific management fits the book Motivating the Middle, because for the middle to take control, they get more of the responsibilities or take over those responsibilities without being prompted, while the top and bottom fill in the blanks with the less difficult or time-consuming responsibilities.
At K-Life, we place an emphasis on having musical talent, just like this. So in chapter 2 of a textbook that we read somewhere, it talks about employee empowerment, which basically means giving employees responsibility and authority to make decisions regarding all aspects of development and customer service. This concept really goes along with T.J. Sullivan's idea of empowering the middle third. It talks about giving them responsibility to take control and give their input into the organization.
Motivating the Middle is very beneficial for us to read, as it can be implemented in any kind of organization. For us, we have been able to see the ways in which members of an organization are divided into the top third, middle third, and bottom third. It was very interesting to see the ways that the middle can be catered to so that the organization can strive without completely disregarding the bottom and top third.